Good evening. My name is Maureen Power, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. John's, Newfoundland, Canada. I think I got too many lights on there. My main objective is to hopefully help you to develop your creativity through stamping. And every Wednesday evening, I try to go live and demonstrate a bundle. And this month, the bundle is the Delightful Wishes. And I'll turn the camera around in a moment and show you that. Don't forget, there's only 10 days left to purchase the starter kit. The starter kit is $135, no shipping, no taxes, but you get to purchase $220 worth of product of your choice, and you will also get a previous paper pumpkin included in your order. So feel free to reach out to me if you're interested. And like I said, you don't have to do what I do. I do this as a business. You can do it as a business, and I'm here to support you if that's what you choose to do. But I'm also here to support you if you just want to buy the starter kit and just and say that's it. That's fine. So reach out to me if you have any interest in it. Tonight I'm doing 2 cards because if you remember correctly, I missed a week, and I try to do 4 cards using a particular stamp set, but I'm thinking I'm going to change things up a little in the future. I also subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and I'll get into more detail about that once I start doing this next month. I'm thinking towards the end of each month, I am going to do that particular month's Paper Pumpkin kit so that you can see what's involved with Paper Pumpkin. So from June onwards, for a little while, I will only be doing 3 cards during the month with the bundle that I choose. And I'll be doing a Paper Pumpkin. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let you see the dies and the stamps that come with this particular bundle. And I can't see any comments, but if anybody makes a comment or makes a comment on my video, shares my video, or likes my video, you will get an entry into a draw for a sample product of something that's current in Stampin' Up! So let me just turn this camera around. And this is the bundle. Okay, and this is a die. Wishing you were here, wishing you all the best, wishing you a happy birthday, lots of love, wishing you well. So, and then these are 2-step stamping. So these 2 to go together. Let me think. These 2 can go together. And these 2 stamp together. Now, the dies. We have dies that are working independent, and we have dies that are working with the stamp set. So this particular die here works with this one here, okay? Let me think. And I lost one of my dies, actually, a little tiny die, which was the center of the flowers, and I lost that. So this goes with this one, and then the rest are kind of independent. You can build flowers and leaves, okay? Which we'll be doing some of that next week. The dies I'm using tonight is this one here. Let me just take a quick peek. This one here, these 2, and possibly this. I'm not really sure yet. That's a different die. So there's 2 cards we're doing tonight. And I'm using a lot of the stamps tonight. Tonight I'm using these ones here. This one. I'm not using that. And I'm using You a Happy Birthday. but I'm only going to use the words happy birthday. So I'm going to put these aside for a second. Shimmied the camera that time. Okay, so the first card we're going to do is mostly stamping. And it's this one right here. Oh, I'll show you the one that we did last week. We did this one here last week, which is very similar to this one. Maybe I won't do this one tonight. No, I'll go ahead and do it now because I pretty well got it there. All right, but we're using vellum tonight. Now, too bad I can't get your comments. This is using the vellum right on the cardstock. This is using vellum on white cardstock. So you can see there's a difference. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute. And I'm going to take this one here. So there's a few pieces with this. And I'm using ribbon tonight. So your old olive is cut at 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to score it. I just got to get my scoring blade. Okay. Then I have 2 pieces of the white. One is smaller. Okay. This is going on the inside, which is cut at 5.25 by 4. So I'm going to put that on right away so I don't mess up the size. And that's going on the inside. I never stamp anything on the inside of my cards till I'm ready to use them. Because I never know if I want to handwrite something or if I just want to put a sentiment. Okay, then this one here is cut at 5 by 4. And so is the vellum. The vellum is also cut 5 by 4. And there is a right and a wrong side. Do you see how that's shiny? And this side is dull. So I'm going to put glue dots actually. Or no, I'm going to use glue. Change my mind. And I'm going to put just a tiny, oops, that's probably a little more than I want. A little bit of glue on the darker spots. Okay? Just a tad. Come on, glue. Cooperate. Should come out in a big blob in a minute. There you go. And just some of those areas. And I can even put a little bit there. And there. Probably there. Okay. And the object is to have that on top of this. And I want to make sure, that's why I'm using the glue actually, so that I can be certain to have it spot on. Turn it over and give it a rub. And you don't really see, when you got it behind, you don't really see the glue. So now I'm going to just put that down with my seal. I can't see comments. Oh, you want to make sure that your leaves and that are, try to have the flowers whatever way you think they should go on it, and going in the right direction is what I'm trying to say. And I didn't want to put that down right away. Okay. See if I can get that up before it... Because what I wanted to do was put this ribbon down this time. So let's put a bit of this is the Daffodil Delight ribbon. So I want to make sure I got that kind of even going across. It's a little longer than it need to be. That's okay. And now I will put it down. Okay. Now, this one here, I'm going to get a scrap because I'm going to take my crushed curry because I want to go with the darker color for the inside of the flowers, okay? So I'm going to go with the crushed curry first. And that's going to be full strength. So just hold that there for a couple of seconds. Then I'll clean that later. I want to use Lemon Lolly, which is a very light color. And again, now I want to line it up so that these other markings are inside my flowers as best you can. Okay. Always close up your stamp pads so that you don't have a disaster. Now I want to bring in my stem, and I'm going to put that in. And these sections here, you want to line up with your flowers. And I just put my hand in the stamp pad. Okay, let's see. Not too bad. Then I'm going to bring in my Old Olive, which is the color here. And we're going to put our leaves on. Now, the leaves, this big one is over here. And that's going to go in between there. And everything else then should line up. So let's see. So there you go. And I'm going to leave my Old Olive out because we have this piece here that I want to stamp Happy Birthday. Now, I don't want you happy birthday. I just want happy birthday. So I'm just going to just bring in the happy birthday into my stamp pad. Okay? And then I will stamp that there. See? The U I didn't stamp. And what we're going to do now, this is Daffodil Delight. I am going to pop this up. I'm going to put some dimensionals on that. So I'll just put 3 dimensionals. Peel them off. It's a circle, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to line anything up. I'll put that aside for a minute. This I want to kind of go on a slant, and I'm also going to pop that up. Oops. Didn't press down on them, so I couldn't get And that is going to go on a little bit of a slant. I'm also going to take this piece, drag it underneath, and I'm just going to tie that into a knot. If I can get a hold of it. And I'm just going to tie that there. I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and I'm just going to cut that off a little bit. Don't need it to be that long. And that particular knot, you can move it to wherever you want. I kind of want it in the end here. And now I'm going to die cut this piece here. So I'll bring in my mini die cutting machine because I am just doing a very small piece. I'll move this up a bit now. So we'll cut this out. Okay, so here we are, the happy birthday. But what I'm going to do is just cut this end off. Okay, and I'll show you why now in a second. Because I don't want that to go all the way over my bow. So now what I'm going to do, and that's just going to go kind of underneath the ribbon. So I'm going to get, I don't have my mini dimensionals right here right now, so I'm just going to cut these into smaller pieces. Oh, yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3 smaller pieces. Now, if you happen to get, where they're so tiny, if you happen to get one of your dimensionals that goes over a tiny bit, all you have to do is take your scissors and just give it a snip, okay? So now I want this to go right to the end and right underneath that ribbon. Then I have this bee, so I'm going to use a glue dot and I'm going to roll it. Okay, and then put it on top of the bee. And then put the bee, if I can get it off my finger, on my card. So there it is with a piece of DSP that's been embossed with the Damask embossing folder. Here it is with a ribbon. And here it is with the with no white underneath there. Another thing you could have done was used Old Olive instead of the lemon. Okay, now show you the next card. is this one here. And I will be doing some die cutting with this one. Let's grab one of those. Put my... So this is the card we're doing this time. Okay, so this is a book fold card. And this one, these were not my designs, by the way. I attended a retreat type of thing with Ange McKay and her group. It was an online, and these were their demonstrations. And I made the cards and then decided to share them with you guys as well. Okay, so this is cut at 11 by 4 1/4. And then it is scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So the 5 1/2, we're going to score it this way, or we're going to burnish it. And this one here, we're going to turn it this way and burnish it. So the first thing we're going to do is seal this one down. So I think I'm going to put glue on this. And put that down. This piece here is cut at 1 inch by 4. And I had used this particular die, okay, to cut that. But this time, I am going to just put the flowers there and here. So I'm just going to, or maybe I'll just use the green to give it that bit of contrast. My next Tim Hortons event is June the 2nd. It's on a Monday. It's 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. You have to pre-register to attend. It's $10 and you get to make 2 cards. If you place a $15 order, your cards are free. All right, so let's just put this one down. That goes on the inside. And then you can put out whatever you want there on that. These 2 pieces, one is cut at 4 by 4, and the other one is cut at 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now, this is DSP as well. It's the same DSP, but I just wanted to put a little green border behind it. So let's do that first. All right, I'm going to put this down a bit again because I kind of went too far away from it. And again, it's very thin border, but you have wiggle room if you're using the glue. So then this is going to go here, and I think I'm going to put it this way. All right, so let's put that down. Put it like that. You want to try to line it up here and give it a back rub. Now, I have, this is the solid piece. That's going to be cut with the green. this is the white piece. It's going to be cut there. And can't lose my B. I'm also going to stamp the sentiment. You all the best. I don't think I took that out. Let me just take that out. You all the best. Okay, so I need another long block. So I'm going to clean that. I need to fill this bottle up. I'm getting a little. Might be enough to clean this off. That's our Stampin' Scrub. Okay, you all the best. And that is a little twisted. Usually when you put it down, it's pretty even. Okay, you all the best. I'm going to die cut that with this, and I'm going to die cut these. And I will show you a little trick. Let's move all of this out of the way. Bring in the die cutting machine. Raise her up again. All right, let's do this one first. Oh, I wanted to show you something too. In your die cutting machines, sometimes your handles can come off. You're doing so much turning all the time. If it does, just take your pick tool, put it in that hole, and take this out. There is a screw right there. Don't ask me what one it is. It's the one with the 4 stars. Then you tighten it up and you put this back in again. That way you don't lose your screw if the screw ever lets go. Okay? Now, here's the wishing in solid. What I want to do now is get the white. Oh, I'll run this through first. Because once I put that other one through, line this up as best you can. Okay, take that out. Now you have 2 little eyes wishing. Okay, you don't want to lose those. So what I'm going to do is run this through. Then I think I'm going to sit down and show you what I want to show you. So I'm not even going to take that out of there. I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to bring you down closer. So my eyes are still in there. Great. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not taking any of this out yet. Yes, I can take it. No, I don't want to take any of it out just yet. What I'm going to do is have very, very thin dots of glue. As thin as you can get them. especially on your eyes. I'm probably very close to the mic there now, and I'm sorry if I'm really loud. So you're going to do it like that. Now what I'm going to do is pop this out. Still in the thing, and it's got a bit of glue on it. Okay? And my eyes are still in there. Then I'm going to pop this out, because I don't need that. And I got one there, but I can probably take that off after. So now what I'm going to do is take my silicone mat, and I'm going to lay this right on top of this and just press it. And what I might even do is just put a block on it for a couple of seconds. Okay? Now, I didn't come up with this. I saw somebody do it with the eyes when they had the dies. And I thought, wow, what a great idea. But then the more I thought about it, why not do it with the whole sentiment? You can also use sheets or self-adhesive sheets, double-sided. Now I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to pop that out. Come on. And if there's a part that didn't quite work, you can play with it. But at least it's easier than... Okay, my eye didn't work. All right, so you might have to move it a little if it didn't line up spot on. But you shouldn't have to move it too much. And either way, you're not having to try to line the whole thing up. So now this eye here did not pop out. So what I'm going to do is just give that a little push. And there you go. Okay. So now, again, I am going to turn this over. And now I'm going to put a little bit of glue along this. Okay. And then that is going to go, I'm going to put it on an angle. And I'm going to kind of try to put it where a lot of the white is. You know what you could have done? I could have done. Could have put it, no. All right, I'm going to put it back here. And again, I'm going to put my block on it. And then I have wishing you all the best. So again, and you can also use this part here, the edges. And that's probably what I'm going to do with this one. I'm just going to use the edges. Okay. Wishing you all the best. And my little bee is over here. You can also use glue for the bee. Where am I going to put him? Maybe I'll put him right in the middle of this flower. So I'm going to use my putty side, pick up my bee, oops, and lay it there. So there it is with this particular die. if I can get it up with my nails here, using this particular die. All right, and here it is if you just wanted to go solid. The wishing on an angle, and I got to get that off, but I'll get that off after. So I hope you enjoyed that. So far, the 3 cards that we have are, let me get last week's. And this one here, this one here, using the vellum and the cardstock. This was using just cardstock and a different color. This goes more with the DSP and the vellum. So I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, I'm seeing a few comments. Hang on. Oh. Hi, Sandra, Mary, and Kathy, and Sherry, Rhonda Lee. Hi, everybody, and Georgie. First time in a long time I've seen the comments. Now, if I can only figure out why I see them sometimes and not others. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera back. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you liked the technique. And it can work for all kinds of different things. That it doesn't have to be just sentiments. You can also do it with intricate flower cards and stuff like that. The only thing is you might have to clean your die, because you might end up with a little bit of glue on it if you went over the edges. So you kind of really got to be careful of how you're doing it. But it's a great way of not having to rip it out of the thing and then try to line it all up. And, you know, like, I found it great anyway. I don't know about any of you. Also, don't forget, there's only 10 days left for the celebration, for the starter kit special. And it is a really good special. So if anybody is interested, and if you don't know how to sign up yourself, just reach out to me and I will help you with that. Take care, everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by.